If you happen to be the president of a country, traveling in style is just a part of your normal routine. Whether it's flying in a private jet that is more of a flying palace, or riding in exotic cars that cost more than entire neighborhoods, presidents are expected to travel in comfort and extravagance, some better than others. William Ruto is known for his highly luxurious trips all around the world since he became president of Kenya, and he does so with pure class. A highly successful politician and businessman before becoming president, he is worth a couple of $100 million. If we were to talk about his private possessions alone, we'd need a full-time narrator, and that's without even mentioning the presidential perks he enjoys. This is how Kenya's president travels secretly in private jets. Let's start with the wheels. Like most heads of state, President Ruto doesn't settle for anything less than top-notch when it comes to his vehicle. Presidential motorcade is led by armored vehicles, often including the Toyota Land Cruiser V8 and Mercedes-Benz S-Class, known for their blend of luxury and security. A huge team of security detail dressed in black suits always accompanies these cars at all times to ensure civilians don't get too close to the president. These vehicles are also equipped with state-of-the-art communication systems, bulletproof glass, and reinforced bodies to ensure the president's safety on the road, whether he is rushing to meet some foreign dignitaries, attend a national event, or start an early election campaign at the roadside. But that's not all. President Ruto's motorcade also includes specialized support vehicles designed to handle any emergency. These might range from mobile command centers to ambulances and decoy vehicles, all working in unison to protect the president's every move. It's a logistical masterpiece, carefully coordinated to prevent any potential threats. The precision and scale of this operation are nothing short of cinematic, reflecting the high stakes that come with leading a nation as complex and vibrant as Kenya. Most Kenyans like to call these vehicles fuel guzzlers because of their high fuel consumption and high maintenance costs. Some think they are a total waste of taxpayers' money, because the government seems to be buying new ones every so often, even as the Kenyan economy underperforms. However, Ruto's government doesn't seem to be interested in toning down this excess of luxury cars. The fleet is not just about luxury. It's a statement of power, authority, and, some might argue, detachment from the everyday struggles of ordinary citizens. As the motorcade speeds through the streets, it often symbolizes the vast gulf between the ruling elite and the people they govern. Now, when it comes to air travel, President Ruto often relies on Kenya's military aircraft. For domestic flights, he often uses Kenya Air Force helicopters to whiz him around the country. The presidential plane, Fokker 70, that has been in service for decades now, is the preferred choice for short trips to neighboring countries. When it comes to his international trips, that's where things start to be a little controversial, at least according to ordinary Kenyans. Imagine this: a nation grappling with rising living costs, a depreciating currency, and growing unemployment, while its president embarks on one extravagant international trip after another. This isn't a scene from a political drama. It's the reality in Kenya under President William Ruto's administration. As the country faces economic hardships, Ruto's frequent travels abroad have become a topic of heated debate. Since taking office, he has visited more countries than some Kenyans will see in a lifetime. From the bustling streets of New York to the luxurious hotels in Dubai, Ruto's passport is stamped with destinations across the globe. These trips, often framed as diplomatic missions or investment hunts, are anything but ordinary. When Ruto travels, it's not a simple affair. Picture this: convoy of luxury vehicles, high-end security detail, and stays in five-star hotels. His entourage includes government officials, security personnel, and occasionally, family members. The president's international visits often involve chartered flights, costing millions of shillings, a stark contrast to the economic struggles faced by ordinary Kenyans. Controversy doesn't end with the expenses alone. Each of these trips is meticulously planned, often involving weeks, if not months. The logistics are staggering, from securing clearances from foreign governments to coordinating with international security agencies. And then there are the diplomatic protocols, red carpets, honor guards, and state banquets. all of which add layers of complexity and cost. Yet, President's team argues that such pomp and circumstance are necessary to maintain Kenya's prestige on the world stage. But to many Kenyans, these displays of grandeur seem out of touch with the harsh realities back home. Take his recent trip to the United States, for example. Officially, it was to attend the United Nations General Assembly, but the expenses tell a different story. The accommodation in Manhattan's prime real estate, fine dining, and the lavish receptions paint a picture of opulence that's hard to reconcile with the economic challenges back home. As Ruto enjoys the luxuries of his international tours back home, Kenya's economy continues to bleed. The national debt is at an all-time high, inflation is skyrocketing, and essential services are underfunded. The irony is not lost on Kenyans who watch their leader negotiate deals abroad, while their businesses struggle to stay afloat due to high taxation and dwindling consumer purchasing power. One could argue that these trips are necessary for securing international investments and fostering diplomatic ties. However, question remains, at what cost? Each trip comes with a hefty price tag that is ultimately footed by the taxpayer. While the president hobnobs with global leaders, millions of Kenyans are left wondering where the promised economic relief is. Public's patience is wearing thin. Social media is abuzz with criticism, memes, and outright frustration over Ruto's frequent flyer status. The hashtag #RutoTravels has been trending for weeks, with citizens questioning the priorities of their leadership. Every time the president boards a plane, it serves as a reminder of the disconnect between the ruling elite and the everyday struggles of the population. Many Kenyans feel that Ruto's travels symbolize a leader out of touch with his people's needs. While he travels in style, the citizens are left to deal with rising fuel prices, power outages, and an uncertain future. This has sparked protests and calls for the government to prioritize domestic issues over international galas. On the flip side, Ruto's administration defends these trips as critical for Kenya's international standing. They argue that by fostering global relationships, Ruto is opening doors for trade, investment, and diplomatic support. Indeed, some of these trips have resulted in beneficial agreements, such as infrastructure projects and trade deals. However, critics argue that these benefits are not trickling down to the average Kenyan. The deals may boost the economy in the long run. For now, they seem to be lining the pockets of a few, while the majority struggles to make ends meet. As we reflect on President Ruto's international escapades, it's essential to ask ourselves, is the cost of these trips worth the potential gains? Are the citizens who bear the brunt of economic hardships seeing the benefits of their president's globe-trotting lifestyle? The balance between national interests and personal extravagance is a delicate one, and in Kenya's current state, it seems the scales have tipped in favor of the latter. What do you think about President Ruto's frequent travels? Do you believe they are necessary for Kenya's progress? Or are they a misuse of resources that could be better spent on urgent domestic issues? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content that digs deep into the stories that matter.
Making videos like this takes a bunch of work behind the scenes. All the scripting, researching, idea generation, titles, thumbnails, and all of the editing throughout the week. But this is where InVideo was there to help. You see, InVideo AI is the world's most used AI video creator. With over 10 million users across 150+ countries, it's the only AI video creator out of the 20+ tools that I've tried that puts you in the driver's seat and works as your personal psychic to help you with the painstaking tasks of scripting, editing, and finding relevant footage so that you can bring your ideas to life using simple text prompts. All you have to do is start with a simple text prompt, and it creates the first rough draft for you. Check it out by clicking the link in the description below. Alright folks, let's dive back into the video.